Hello, New Life. It's Greg and John, and we have some news to share, some things to celebrate, and also some transitions we want to share with you. And when I say celebrate, so there's two staff positions that are going to go through a shift over the next few months. One of them we've known about for a while. One of them we learned about maybe a month ago. But we want to share this with you because we want to celebrate them. We want to help them across the finish line in a God-glorifying way. We want to launch them into new things of what God is doing and really celebrate that. At the same time, there's a hope and a healing measure for us as a body as God guides us through this transition.
Yeah, so you're going to hear from Ryan Panessa, our Director of Worship Arts. He's going to share that God's moving him and Rachel on, and there's sadness in there. We're also going to come back and share some of the goodness of that as well, both for them and also for what God is doing here. And then Kim's going to share how God's moving in her family. Kim is our Director of Family Ministries here. And so we're coming alongside them. God is doing good things in their family. And even just this week, there's some good things happening with preparing for what lies beyond that. We're going to share all that after we hear from them directly. So let's listen to them.
Hey, New Life family. As many of you have heard, my family and I have been planning to move closer to the southeast so that we can be near my father, who's having some health difficulties, but also to be closer to Ben's family. Some things that you may not know is even before we moved to Arizona, this is something that we were contemplating in our heart, that once our son that's currently a senior graduates, that we would like to move closer to family because Ryan, our youngest, there's a 12-year age difference, really has not been able to grow up near his grandparents. And so we wanted to make sure that he had that time in their life and this season of going home and being more a part of our family that's there, because it's been years since we lived anywhere near our family. But then as we moved here to Tucson and we loved it and we were able to have me come on staff, it has been such a blessing and such an honor. New Life is the third church I have worked on, church staff that I've been a part of, and this is the healthiest church. This has been a church that I have grown so much in my own leadership giftings, and as a woman in the church ministry, it is such a blessing to be here and to serve here, and we are so thankful. There was a part of us that began processing, do we stay here long term? But then something happened with my husband's job. My husband got a different job title, a different job classification since we've been here. And in the job that he's currently in, he handles a lot of financial details. And because of that, they make you travel around every 4 to 5 years to be a part of a different region because they don't want there to be any inappropriate mishandling of money there. So because of that, that is what's kind of forcing our hand in moving now, because within the next year, my husband's company would move us anyway. And so it puts us back on our original plan to say, we want to take advantage of this opportunity. We don't really want to move to the places that they're suggesting that we would move next. And so it takes us back to our original plan to say, we're going to take this opportunity to head back to the southeast to hopefully find a job with the same company, but that puts us near our family. I'm going to take advantage of this move opportunity, and I'm actually going to head back to seminary. I'm going to work towards a degree in biblical counseling, and so thankful for this opportunity and time at New Life. Like, our hope is that maybe one day I can even partner with Whole Hope Counseling that's here with Angel Beeson as a part of New Life. And so we just have loved our time here. We are so thankful, and we leave with saddened but full hearts when we leave New Life. It has been such a gift and a blessing to not only be a part of this staff, but to be a part of this body. Like, we feel so dearly loved. Thank you, New Life.
Well, hello, New Life. It's Ryan here. So glad to be with you right now, but I'm having to share news that I didn't think I'd have to share for many years to come. But Rachel and I have decided to move back to Michigan, which is our home. The majority of our family is there, and through a number of God-ordained events, we have made the decision to do that within the next number of months. And it's an exciting time, it's a sad time, but at the same time, we know that God's hand is there. I have to tell you that this has been one of my favorite places that I have ever worked. I've been on staff at a number of churches, and I was telling John and Greg that this is the first one that if I was not on staff, I would actually come and attend. And that says a lot, and I know that there are a number of church staff members who I've met who have told me that their churches, they would not attend if they were not getting paid to be there. And it's exciting that we have a church here like New Life. And you guys have been like a second family to me and Rachel, and we have thoroughly enjoyed being a part of what God is doing here. Your participation in the services and your willingness to serve and the mission that New Life has taken on has inspired Tucson and has inspired Rachel and I. We love it here. This is one of the jobs I've always wanted to do, and as a dream job for me, it's very difficult for me to let it go. But God has called us to do so. The upside to it is that we're going to be able to be around our family. I have many more nieces than I had when we moved here. I have probably 4 and counting plus at that point, and that's a super exciting thing. And we also have an opportunity for me to move into a family business with my in-laws. They have invited me into that and invited my wife as well to carry on the legacy there. And we're going to be able to spend time with our family. My parents are getting older, and as the younger family grows, it's exciting to be a part of that. So thank you so much for allowing me to be here, for diving in with me as we sought after God every morning on Sunday and every evening through the video. It's been such a pleasure and such a blessing to be here. So thank you, New Life, and as we make our way out, there are many more exciting things that God has for you. One of the best things I've always seen is I heard a leader say that we are all temporary, and if we're not bringing up the next people, success without a successor is no success at all. So I'm excited for the next chapter, and I'm excited for what's going to be going on here at New Life in the next number of months and next number of years. Thank you.
Well, as you even just process that news, and it's a heavy thing to process. Kim, Ryan, their families have been such an integral part here at New Life, and they will be dearly, dearly missed. What's amazing and what I love about as we reflect on Ryan and Kim is that they leave a legacy here, a legacy that will not pass by quickly. You look at worship arts ministry, you look at children's and families ministries, and they have been transformed through their leadership. And we're so grateful to imagine essentially when Ryan came, we basically had no online presence. And yet the impact and massive reality of what our church is, to be a church online, to be a church and a worship arts ministry that's multiplied and grown, even just in terms of the size and scope and the number of leaders in that ministry, is just such a gift that he has left us with. A level of excellence, level of clarity of who we are. So grateful for his leadership in that. Kim, leadership not just in children family ministry, but she's been an integral part of the senior leadership of this church as an executive leadership team member. And in so many ways that you don't even see her wisdom, her discernment, her leading really a massive part of who we are in leadership pipeline here at New Life, raising up a team, raising up leaders, creating a new culture really of who we are in family ministries that we want to protect and move forward with. It's such a gift to us. And so Ryan and Kim, thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. We love your families. We'll miss your families as well. And we pray that you can come back here and visit, and that you can see that your legacy remains, and that we have what you've sown produces a crop that's 10-fold, 20-fold, 100-fold of what you've invested. Thank you.
It is. They both have been such blessings. I think the worship team has grown, and there's no question, it is in a healthier place all the way around Worship Tech because of Ryan's ministry here and his raising up of other leaders. He has empowered other singers, other leaders, other musicians, tech people in great ways. And Kim is children's director, family ministries director, and a part of the ELT, and is a huge part of the church. So there's loss involved. What's next? What's next? These transitions are not happening right now. They'll happen sometime into the summer. We'll see as they both unfold. But so one part of what's next is let's celebrate them. Let's walk across that finish line, glorifying God and loving each other really well, spending time together, reminiscing. And so celebrate them, honor them in that. And then what's next as far as New Life here with what happens to those positions? And I'll say, first off, we're shifting both positions because we don't have a Ryan 2.0 and a Kim 2.0. So both positions are going to change. We will move forward with a children's director. That's not going to be a families ministry director yet. It's not on ELT. Those are pieces, but we will move forward with a children's director. In fact, this week, as you watch this, perhaps we're down to a candidate. There's been interviews going on, and we'll see where that process lands. We don't know exactly, but we are looking at hiring someone in that capacity, and we would bring them on so they could be mentored and learn with Kim, alongside Kim, under Kim, before they leave sometime after graduation. And within music ministry with Ryan, likewise, Ryan does so much. We're not going to fill that same position as it is. We will have a music director type of position, and that position, we prayerfully walked through this, and there's really a grand celebration. We prayerfully considered, do we do a national search? Where do we go with that? And elders and us, after praying through, it was just clear in our minds, the person is here in our body. So Josh, who has been growing as part of the worship team for months, God's got him taking us forward. He is a fit in New Life. He is a fit in our body. And so we celebrate the fact that that person is here. So you'll see his leadership even grow over the next couple of months, and he'll walk into a new position geared around him sometime as Ryan leaves, if that's July, sometime early summer. There's houses to sell, all these details. But so Josh will come on in that. And I don't mind saying, in that process, as Josh comes on in a worship director capacity, we are going to see Austin get promoted in a sense, as he is our tech director now, but he is going to be promoted as tech director onto the pastoral director team. Mm-hmm. And God's been doing so much in him. And we really see the two, Austin and Josh, sharing some of the responsibilities that Ryan is leaving behind and has trained both of them up for. And so we have a lot to celebrate there. And so that's the what's next.
Yeah. There's a lot to process here. And we just invite you into that. Don't write a story in your own mind. Ask us questions. Just know that we want to be open books throughout this process. You can reach out to Greg. You can reach out to myself. You can reach out directly to Kim or Ryan. They'd be happy to talk with you, and we don't want to shield anything in that. I love what you said about offering thanks, right? Part of the gift, and we're so grateful for the way that they've honored us in this, is giving us the opportunity for them to really train and create a ramp that's just a great ramp for the next person coming on board. It provides us an opportunity to offer them thanks. So write them an email. Write them a thank you card. Shower them with gratitude because God has done a good thing through them, and we're grateful. As we look forward, as is often the case in life, we realize, oh goodness, we're not in so much control, are we? But God is. God is. God is in control. God's leading New Life, and our heart is the same as it's always been. Lord, would you cultivate a community here at New Life that enjoys you and transforms the world through your gospel? We pray that would be more the case a year from today, 5 years today, for his glory. Thanks so much for your trust. Thanks so much for leaning in. We're grateful for you, New Life.
God bless.